Welcome back to the podcast room, I guess is what it is. This one's not a podcast, though. We're going to be playing Battlesounds. We've got Cyno and Screamm. Almost every single time in my brain, I have the names, like I have Screamm and Cyno, but I always want to point left to right. So I almost always end up about to inverse them, but not inversing them this time. We got them right. We nailed it. We got our junglers in here to do battle sounds. So for those of you who haven't watched in a while, and just to kind of reiterate for you guys, you've got 2 buzzers in front of you. Feel free to smack the hell out of them when you know the answer. We're going to play an audio, and then fastest to buzz in is going to be the one who gets it. The answer that you give, I'm going to use Neath 3 as an example, because that's just my go-to. If you say Neath 3, that's a point. If you can then name it, backflip, that's a second point. If you don't get either of those or you just miss one, the other guy has a chance to steal. I will also say that if you just know the name instantly, which has been very uncommon, that's just 2 points, because at that point I know you know what number it is as well for that god. And you just happen to know things really, really well. And some of these sounds are easier. Some of these sounds are a little harder. And so we're going to do our best to keep score, which I'm realizing I should do a thing to make sure I have it in front of me.
I feel like every time I watch this, it's like, I'm like, oh, I'd be so good at this. And then I'm like, what is that sound like? What is going on?
Especially, there's some of them when you don't, there's actually at least one, I listen to just the blank audio. And when it doesn't have like the voice line with it.
Oh, it sounds weird.
You're just like, what the hell is that?
Yeah,
like,
some
have you ever heard
lines.
Ganesh Ohm without the Ohm? It's useless. It's
oh, I guess that would be like that, huh?
And so that is, I think, what we're going to be maybe be facing a little bit today.
I never even thought about that.
But yeah, it is a lot harder when you're in the moment, right? At home, if you're watching on YouTube as well, you're going to know all 10 of these. The minute you're in the hot seat, all of a sudden your game knowledge just disappears. You've never heard of that god before, even though you just played him 2 days ago or something like that. So we'll jump into it. We'll play, I believe, I'm going to take an earphone off here just so I can make sure I can hear the buzzers well. And we will play sound number 1. That was Cyno.
Mulan 3.
That is Mulan 3.
I have no idea what it's called.
Screamm, do you happen to know the name?
I can't lose a point for guessing, right?
No. No points are lost. Only gained here.
What if it's a really bad guess, though?
If it was like a really bad guess, like if I think the only way we remove points is if you were like named a league champion. Then we're like, all right, never mind. You're getting penalized.
I don't think I know the name. It has something to do with her crossbow. I think, right? I don't know the name though.
It is called Grapple.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty, at least a little bit straightforward. So only 1 point on the board there.
I'll take it.
But hey, you know what? Yeah, one's better than none. We'll throw sound number 2 to see if we can continue the hot streak. That was Screamm.
That's Maui 2.
That is Maui 2.
And it's called... What is it called? Oh,
I only remember this because Aggro said it to me so many times.
I don't know. I forgot it. I feel like I should know it, though.
You can see he's reaching. Somewhere in there, he's going to hear it and be like, I never knew that.
No, no. I'll defer.
I have no clue.
Okay, I was going to say chance to steal. It's called Mystical Ulua.
I was like, it's similar to powwow. Like, the wording is like powwow similar.
Yeah,
but
it has like a mouthfeel that's like, yeah. Well, hey, you know what? You still got a point. And see, it's the downside where like having to guess the name right afterwards sometimes almost removes the joy of the fact that you just got a point, but you're still earning. Maybe we'll change that eventually, try to make it more fun. We'll play sound number 3.
Herald?
That was Herald.
Let's go.
Do you happen to know the name?
Argus.
You know what? I'm going to give it to you simply because it's Argus the Defender. But...
Oh, I knew that.
Oh, you knew the Defender? But it's like, it's Argus, right?
I was like...
I feel like I can see the comments if I had said, well, that's not technically correct.
Yeah.
But Argus the Defender. You get both points there. So that puts you up to 3 now. So there you go. 3-1. A chance now.
Plenty of sounds. Plenty of sounds.
Way more. We can go to sound number 4. I think that was Screamm.
Oh my god.
That's Featherstep.
That is Featherstep.
Dang it.
Go.
I actually knew the name of that one as well.
Yeah, there's maybe a couple like those in here that you'll be able to find. I kind of assumed any assassins were going to be a go-to easy pickup. Now, do you know Featherstep? Do you just know that from playing so much, or have you just heard it so often?
I think people call it feather, like they'll say like feather step down or like stuff like that.
That's
saying like a Wheelix 2 is kind of like
one
weird.
says like a Wheelix just 2'd, or like, oh, that was a Wheelix feather step. Yeah.
You know what? I guess fair, because realistically, a Wheelix 2
like people be
feather
like
step, a Wheelix 2 is more syllables. It's harder to say.
Yeah, because there's like gods, like people say like if gods have like a jump, they'll say like, oh, Maui jump. Yeah. Instead of like the ability name. So it's like, okay, well that's just Maui jump. Like that's how we know it.
I couldn't tell you what it is.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to know that. Well, the good news is that ties it up, right? 2 points, easy pickup. Keep things rolling. We can go to what is now, I believe, sound number 5. What? We can play it again for you guys so you can hear it. Yeah.
Danzaburalt or something?
It is not Danzaburalt. Scream, do you happen to know?
Is it Baron 1?
Wow, it is Baron 1.
No shot.
Yeah.
What?
That is Baron 1.
The first part threw me off, but the second part, like the beams. What's it called? It's called, it's like, it's not Death Gaze, that's Anubisol, but it's something Gaze, right?
This is the hard part where I can't say anything.
I know it's 2. Which is weird because it's like Consigned Spirits or something.
I have his wiki open in front of me. That is his 2. It's Consigned Spirits.
It's something, I don't know. It gives you maddening gaze, maybe?
You're really close. You do have the gaze part. It's vivid gaze.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know if we should count that.
Well, no, that one. It's, and we don't. At least because you guys are actually getting high scoring. We're not doing half points here. I've had to do half points in the past for being in the proximity only because. But you guys have been earning enough. Yeah, no, I'm honestly impressed that you had the gaze part immediately.
I don't even know why I know that.
I'm also surprised you knew his 2 of all things.
I have no idea.
Well, we can see if maybe that knowledge comes in handy. Maybe something else is sitting in there, like the next sound. That was Cyno.
Medusa 1?
That is Medusa 1.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
It's Viper Shot.
It is Viper Shot.
Oh,
so a nice little split pointer. Not getting too out of hand. It's 4 to 5. Keeping things relatively balanced as of right now. And we can move to sound number 6.
Is that Vamana ult?
That is Vamana ult.
What?
That's what I'm saying when you don't have the like woo, right? When he's getting super big.
Yeah, I was like, and it's called Sleeping Giant, right?
It is not called Sleeping Giant.
Oh, that's his passive.
Do you happen to know the name?
I should know this.
I'm going to be real with you. I didn't know that his passive was Sleeping Giant.
Okay, can I still answer? Or do I have to wait for him to answer first?
I don't know what
that's up to you. Yeah, okay, go for it.
It's Colossal Fury.
It is Colossal Fury. Now, here's the question.
One,
You guessed wrong.
True.
So I'm going to leave it up to Cyno. Do you want his second option to count?
You can have the points, yeah.
That was his passive, though, right? Sleeping Giant?
Sleeping Giant is his passive. So in a way, you know what? Even if we gave him like a half point, like because he came back, maybe you get a half point just for knowing the other one. Now we can go to sound 7.
That is Mercury 2.
That is Mercury 2.
And it is called... I feel like I should know it.
I should have put more, like, maybe some more warrior jungle. Thrown an E-set in here.
I think the first word's like unrelenting for some reason, but maybe it's not, so I don't know.
It is maximum velocity.
Yeah, okay.
But you're getting pretty far ahead. It's not out of reason yet, right? It's 4 to 8.
It's not looking great.
Let's go.
We got 2 sounds left. Unfortunately, given history, I don't know that you're going to be getting the names. But maybe this is going to be the opportunity. So we'll play sound number 9, see if Cyno can get back into this. This one's hard. I'm going to be honest.
I'm so bad at this.
That's Eagle Eye.
Oh my god, how do you know the name?
What is
That's
that?
Hachiman 1.
That's Hachi 1. His
Yep.
eagle eye.
How do you know that?
I don't know. I just know whenever he turns his bow, it makes that sound, or like he'll activate and his bow will transform or whatever.
I was looking at other noises for Hachi. Every single other ability in there, it's like, okay, well, that's the banner, that's his dash, that's a horse, right? It's a lot more. But that one was the one that I thought was going to be a lot harder. And here we are. Eagle Eye. And you knew the name.
I know there's 3 as well. It's EI Jutsu or something,
Yeah,
right?
EI Jutsu.
Yep. It's a lot of useless information in my head, so.
This is I don't know where he's getting this stuff.
It's gone out of hand quick.
Well, we've got one more sound.
Let's go.
So we'll play it, see if we can get some more points on the board.
Still a 3.
That was still a 3.
Well, I don't know why I don't know any ability names.
Except Featherstep. You nailed Featherstep.
Yeah, I knew Featherstep. That's the only one I knew. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Is it called Sentinel?
It is called Sentinel.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
It is wild
Go.
how many abilities you, especially because, and you know, this was something, at least with Featherstep, it made a little more sense, right?
Yeah.
It's like easier to say. There's no way there's someone on your team calling Sentinel out in the
Nobody
middle
says
of
Scylla,
the
just use Sentinel, yeah.
No, I don't know why. Maybe just because I like stare at their abilities all the time in queue. I like just go through random gods and look at them.
He's studied specifically for this. Look, World Championship, who cares? Come in for battle sounds, man.
Yes.
Well, that does the 10th sound, so the last sound, which leaves us with a score of 11-5. Screamm. You win. I don't have a trophy, but how does it feel?
Well, that's a new record, right?
Sure, especially for this year because we haven't done one yet.
Yes. Feels great. I mean, that's just something I bring to the table. Just know the ability names, no problem.
Yeah, and you know what? That's what made the Ravens go 2-0 this weekend, right? Is he's knowing the ability names more than anything else.
Yep, nothing they could do.
Nothing they could do. The good news, though, for those of you watching, is that we're going to have more segments like this in the future. So, of course, if you enjoy Battle Sounds, it's going to be sticking around. We also have more of these two, as we're going to be going to the round table, talking to the junglers, kind of getting in depth, talking about the role. I think because we've got a lot of world champions, I'm sure that's going to come up. So make sure you stay tuned. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you find the video and stay tuned for the round table.